I was that kid in the family that was always like making goofy faces and like I was the class clown growing up. I was that girl that always got separated corner. My friends would be like, "Don't sit down, you get us in trouble." I started ballet when I was 4. Danced for 10 years, loved it. That was my first kind of gateway drug to performing. And then I started doing theater arts at Emerson Junior High School in Los Angeles at 14. Loved it. In my high school years, I was not popular. I was not one of the cool kids. Always really wanted to be, but I was definitely like one of those like, eat lunch by myself in the library because nobody wanted to hang out with me. So theater was a way for me to express myself in a good way, in a healthy way, and I loved it immediately. I did a play at junior high. It was immediately my happy place, and then I went away from acting for a really long time. So I got back to it later in my 30s, but that's how I started out.
But you know what I'm saying, a lot of times people do things that like get them away from reality, like plays or even like playing sports. It's like the same kind of method. But when I'm gonna say you start being what kind of sort of stopped you from continuing dancing?
When I became an adult, I decided that I needed to have a safe career. So I was in a lot of fear around becoming an actor. Being an actor is always what I wanted to do from the time I was a little kid on. I knew that's what I wanted. And when I became an adult, I was afraid that I wouldn't be able to make a living at it. I was afraid that I wouldn't be successful. I decided to go the safe route and get a job in corporate offices. I worked as in an office for many, many years for different companies. And then when I was around probably like 33, I kind of had this crisis. I felt like I didn't do with my life what I wanted to do because I was afraid, and I felt nothing but regret. I felt like I didn't pursue what I wanted, and so I decided to start getting back into acting, and I was living in Santa Cruz at the time.
Okay.
And I started taking improv classes with David Rosowski, who's one of the founders of Second City out of Chicago.
Wow.
Amazing man. And he used to come up from LA. He liked Santa Cruz. He would just come up and teach classes. And my very first class was with him in improv, and I immediately loved it. And I grew up in LA in the 80s, and I always had this perception of people who were actors is that you had to look a certain way. And I didn't look like that. I wasn't blonde. I wasn't blue-eyed. I wasn't, I didn't look like the prototypical actor of the 80s. So that kept me away from it for a long time because I'm a character actor. I have kind of a specific look. And then when I took improv with David, I realized, oh man, this is for everybody, regardless of what you look like. This is for everyone. Everyone is welcome here and everyone is invited here. And so that was a big revelation for me. So that's kind of the path I took and how I got back into it.
Okay. And don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? We be lifing. So, when we do graduate high school or quote unquote have a plan / don't have a plan, either way, we end up leaving mom and daddy house. And now we got to fend on our own.
Exactly. That's right.
So now we got to fend on our own. So we do start lifing. And like you said, like, you're not the only one. It's a lot of us did the same thing, got out of high school, said we should have went to school and then still went to school in our 30s, you know what I'm saying? So
exactly. Yeah.
So it's
but that's right. I mean, you can't, yeah.
You be lifing, so lifing does happen, and it's still pretty cool that you're able to find your way back. And don't get me wrong, you in Cali, but still, you was able to get your way back or find your way back and get taught from pretty much a legend, in a sense. So that's really cool. Man, so how long did you kind of sort of train with them, or I'm gonna say, well, being in school?
Yeah, so I trained with David on and off for about 3 or 4 years. Santa Cruz was a big theater improv town. So there were, you'd trip over an improv group in Santa Cruz. So I then joined my very first improv group with a woman I actually worked with. She was my coworker, and she's also an actor. And we started a group. We did a couple shows, and then joined another group. That group folded, and then joined another group. And it was really great. I mean, the thing I love about improv is that it's about cooperation. It's about listening. It's about making each other look good. And there's no divas in improv. I mean, I don't, for me personally, I like to work with other actors that come with a spirit of love and cooperation.
Right.
And improv taught me that. It taught me how to listen to others, how to make others look good. The best thing about improv was like making mistakes. Mistakes were celebrated because out of mistakes came some of the best stuff.
Right.
So for me, training off and on for 3 or 4 years in that, and then I moved even further north in California. I moved to Sonoma County, and then got really heavy into theater. So started working with a really wonderful theater in Santa Rosa called 6th Street, and started doing performances with them. Was still training the whole time, was training with an amazing woman named Lenny Dean, who is just a fantastic person, really kind, incredibly supportive. I was really lucky coming back into acting to be surrounded by incredibly professional, kind, and supportive people. That's not always the case for us as actors.
I understand.
And we do run across those people that are not great. But we have to really focus on the people that are great and that support us and love us and want to see us succeed.
Facts. That is all facts. Because I do understand. I'm not an actor, but I've been in the entertainment business long enough to know that, to say like it's a lot of, well, like a better words, I'm gonna say tough cookies out there. You know what I'm saying? The ones that are really not loving it. They just
Definitely.
they just want to get you in, get you out. You know what I mean? And yes, if you find one that loves you, you better hang on to that one.
Yes,
as hard
definitely.
and as tight as you can.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, because I mean, there are going to be people. I've had it happen to me too. I've been around some people that aren't so nice,
right,
and don't really have your back and don't want to see you succeed. And I just stay away from that. Stay away from that energy. I don't associate with people like that. I associate with people that, like my dear friend Tara Levine, who's also an actor out of Albuquerque. She used to have an interview room on Clubhouse, and she would always talk about raising the vibration.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that, because that's how we succeed, is we help each other. We be of service to each other. We give each other love and support. And anybody who's not doing that, just, I don't have time for it.
That's not what I want to be a part of. That's definitely not somebody I want to be a part of, based upon they don't want to give the love and support. If you love me, bruh, sis, support me. And support don't always mean finances.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Support don't always mean finance. I think a lot of people take that perception like, oh, you support me mean finances. A lot of times support can just mean you like something on your social media page. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to be funny.
Yeah,
that really
it doesn't have
that
to
don't
be...
cost anything. It don't cost you no money. You were scrolling by anyways, just for you to like it, just to show some support. It does help. I'm just letting y'all know.
Absolutely. I mean, I think we get sometimes in this society a little too focused on the grand gesture and wanting to, do something real.
Battery is low.
I would say 99% of the time doesn't look like that.
No, it doesn't.
For me, it's listening to, if I have a friend going through it, is listening. How can I help? How can I just listen and just help? How can I help you? Can I network for you? Can I introduce you to some people who will help you? That's what oftentimes, because I'm a working actor. I work, but I'm not rolling in cash. So,
right, I understand.
If you ask me to finance a movie, I'm probably not going to be able to help you, but I'll get the word out for you.
Definitely.
I'll do it that way.
I understand that.
Battery
And I do want people to know that actors, they're workers too. You know what I'm saying? They just free agents in a sense, or freelancers, however you want to look at it. They do contract business. That's how they get paid. That's how they get on the movie script. You know what I mean? A movie scene. They contract the
Yeah,
business.
exactly.
So yes, not everybody contracts are $1 million. Just want y'all to know this. This is why you will see some actors do 3 to 7 movies within a year because they're trying to meet a certain quota they want to meet. You know what I mean, financially, and and what they're asking for that particular movie
Battery is
can
low.
afford it. How about that? We'll say can
Yeah,
afford
yeah.
it.
The truth of it, I mean, is most of us are working actors. We're not, I think, a lot of us would like to be A-listers, but that's not the reality.
Right.
For most actors, is working actors. We're working on productions. We're doing whatever we need to do. But the percentage of us that are A-listers and making those multi-million-dollar deals is pretty small. It's not to say it can't happen. I would love for that to happen because I would like to be able to give more to charity. I'd like to be able to give more to.
Battery is low.
But what you just said is kind of the reality is that we are workers.
And everybody think they do have that perception of anybody that's on TV that if you're on TV you're a millionaire in a sense. Yeah, that's not always true.
No, no. I have a really dear friend, Jeffrey Weissman. He was in the Back to the Future sequels. He took over for Crispin Glover as the father in the father role.
Right.
And
Battery is low.
Eastwood. I mean, and I talked to him when I started getting into on-camera work, and he said, "Listen, Saskia, the truth and the reality of this is that, you are going to probably have to have a survival job, which I do. I have a day job, and you're not going to be making, 6 figures. Like you may get a project that pays you well, and that has happened to me. That I do get on a higher level project, and that's great, but." I can't rely on that to sustain me. So I do have my survival job. I'm grateful for it.
Battery is low.
Sorry.
Like right now, I'm on my way out to set.
So yeah, so in my mind, actors are a business. So in my mind, most actors to me all actors to me are entrepreneurs. So in my brain, you are the business. If you stop working, the business don't make money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, 100%.
Even
Yeah.
like you're saying, like just understand everyone. Like every actor you see is not a millionaire.
Battery is low.
And yes, you may see a couple of their
Yeah, I
projects
mean,
on TV screen, but remember, they're the actor. They're not the one who's putting up all the money for the whole production.
That's
You know what I mean?
That's
Like
right.
they not the ones who
Oh,
paying
yeah.
themselves and paying the actors and then paying the cameraman and paying the producer. You know what I'm saying? They're not the ones who paying everybody. So
Yeah, I mean, we're kind of hired hands, you know what I mean? Like it's, I mean, like you're saying, yeah, we're not the one more often than not. Yeah, we're not on the production team. We're not putting up the money for the production. We can help with
Battery is low.
a fair amount of independent productions that are self-funded, that are crowd-funded, and are great productions. And because, I think what is great about filmmaking today is that you can, with TikTok and with YouTube and with internet platforms, you can make your own film. Like you don't have to wait for somebody to fund you. I mean, you've got people out there making films that are getting recognition, that are getting theatrical releases that are not being funded, that don't have big.
Battery is low.
Field has kind of gotten leveled for everyone to be able to do this, which I think is a really good thing.
I think so too. I think it makes it bigger and better and give a lot more people opportunities. And yes, once again, opportunity is being able to help and build a community. So yeah, you pioneer, and we all know the pioneer get paid all the peanuts, but the people who evolutionize or revolutionize it are the ones who do kind of reap the benefits from it. But
Definitely,
it's still a community built process.
Battery
That's in my
is
mind,
low.
or how I think about it. That's just me, in that perspective. But I do think that it's so cool that you are and you understand it. Like some people just don't understand it. Some people are just very not cool about the thought process, and they may have a really good skill as in acting, and it's just like, oh, this is not enough. And not realizing, sometimes it would be something that's heavy on
Powering
your
off.
heart, something that's very weighing on you to do something, even if it's acting, even if it's singing, even if it's rollerblading. You know what I mean? It's been weighing heavy on you to do so. And if you haven't done it yet, I'm going to say do it. And the reason why you're doing it is not necessarily always about you. It's about other people you touch, other people you reach, other people that can actually understand and relate to what you're doing. So I do give mad respect to all actors, like every single one, even the ones that trying to get in the game and they're not really so good. All to the masters, you know what I'm saying? They've been in there for a second, and I'm saying giving props to being able to bring out the writer's perspective on screen and being able to influence people when you do so. It's
Yeah, and I think yeah.
I think it's one of those things like you're an actor using acting for right now, that is an influencer to other people based upon other people will refer you. Other people will just come straight to you and say, "Hey man, hey sis, you available to do this movie with me?" And I think, while good actors and good actresses, even if you're starting off, um, the power to influence the audience that's watching you is like one of your greatest gifts, because you don't know how many people you influence or you change their lives by you being on stage, per se, you being in the spotlight, you reacting something that another writer is portraying. Like, the writer has touched that person's life based upon you being there. Without you, the writer's stuff would just be on paper. That's all it would be. It'll be on paper. So if they're trying to get it on a film without the actors and actresses, it wouldn't happen. So in my mind, that's a heck of a skill. I can't do that. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I can't do that. I can be an extra. That's easy. I don't have that many lines, and I can just walk by. But actually, being the person that's remembering the lines, the person that's having the lines to be written. Uh-oh. Can you hear me? Oh, no. Signal's going down at YouTube. Signal's going down. I'm in the country, and this kind of sort of city don't have that much service, what they want to call it. But we're gonna be working this out, working through this. We are gonna be on here on YouTube every Monday at 7 p.m. A little bit late on this live, but hey, we're going to make it work. We are going to make it work. So, just let y'all know, YouTube, We Need to Talk Station. It's hosted by me. That's Jarrod Randolph, aka TLC Jarrod, and We Need to Talk Station. Oops, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Saskia?
Yeah, yep, hear you loud and clear.
I'm in the country, so excuse me. Sorry, my bad.
I know, me too. That's why I wasn't sure for why, because I'm literally in the backwoods right now of Northern California. I'm like surrounded by snow right now.
And yeah, you up north, California.
I'm like, I can't even tell you where I am right now. I'm not sure.
I feel you. But sorry about that break. So I do want y'all to know that I am broadcasting on YouTube as well tonight. So we're on YouTube and we're right now on Clubhouse App. So Monday nights, when I do interview my interviewees, because it's gonna be all types of people, I am gonna start having an option for them to be able to use either, hey, you want to join me on YouTube or you want to join me on Clubhouse. So We Need to Talk Station is officially on YouTube. Hey, I got a YouTube and Clubhouse at the same time. So I definitely want to throw that up there and out there. So if you hear me talking on the side, I'm talking on the side to the people on YouTube at the same time. But Saskia, do you have a professional link or website that you have for yourself? This signal. Oh Jesus, it's not working. It's not being great right now. Can you hear me now? Oh Jesus, this signal do not want to be great with me at all, at all. Uh, can y'all hear me? I can press the button, but y'all can't hear me. Can you hear me? So for some reason I can't hear y'all. So weird on this. Like I can press buttons, I can do stuff on Clubhouse, I can do all that, but I can't hear y'all. That is weird connection. Let me move myself to a different location. At least the phone, anyways. Yeah. Okay.
Also, but I wanted to ask you if you were on SNL, what character do you think you would be, or you imagine you? And is that one of your goals to ever reach there?
Oh man, I would love to be on SNL. I've been watching SNL since I was in junior high. And I watched it when like Eddie Murphy was on, and all the Dana Carvey and all the guys from the '80s. So if I was on SNL, yeah, I mean, people tell me I look like Tina Fey, but I don't know that would be the most. I mean, I love Tina Fey. I don't know that like playing her would maybe be the most interesting thing. I could see myself. Oh man, that's such a great question. I could see myself doing like some kind of like maybe like political person, like somebody on like the far right, like doing a parody of that. Yeah, I think some like I don't know, like I'd have to think about that, like maybe like oh God, I'd probably do Lauren Boebert or something, so it would be just a complete train wreck. And yeah, but I would love to be on SNL. That's definitely a fantasy.
Yeah, that would be awesome. And I definitely followed you, and I know great things are coming for you and towards you, and you're going to be walking in it. So I'm like so happy to have met you.
Thank you so much, Tanika. Thank you. So nice to meet you. And what do you do? You said you run a couple businesses.
So right now I'm focusing on my lip gloss line. They told me the lip gloss market was saturated. I told them the only thing saturated was my gloss. And I'm the CEO and founder of the world's first motivational lip gloss. Outgloss them is the world's first motivational lip gloss. It goes on clear like your $1 billion vision. Each bottle comes with a powerful message, and it's vanilla scented to stimulate those feel-good endorphins in your mind.
Ooh, I love that. That's a pitch. Damn, that's a damn good elevator pitch.
Oh, thank you. Now, how do you pronounce your name? I'm sorry. Was you born with that name, or you changed it?
I was. Yeah, my mom was from Holland. I had a Dutch mother, and Saskia was actually the name of Rembrandt's wife, the Dutch painter.
Oh, wow. Now, did you ever think about changing your name to something simpler, or you're like, no, I am hard?
I did. I grew up with the Brady Bunch. I grew up watching TV. That's what I did growing up. And I always wanted to be named like Susie or, Cindy. And I remember saying that I'm the youngest of
Yeah, the signal's killing us. Yeah, YouTube, you great. You great too.
You gotta learn to pronounce my name.
Listen, YouTube, my fault, my bad. What? Not my bad. I listen. I don't even know. The signal is just acting really funky. It's not like I'm calling cable company at this time of night. At at the same time, I'm in the country. I'm in the country. They're not gonna come out in no time tonight. So I'm gonna have to just go ahead and make that like a bad words complaint in the morning before I go to work. But it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know why it's okay? Cause we're gonna still do this thing.